Hello, this is the Watchdog, and welcome back to Fun with Watches. If watches weren't fun, you'd only need one. Today, we're going to review the ABBYLUN 1363 Guardian Lion watch. Let's start with the wrist check. I'm wearing this Cadison 8232, and Greg was wearing my mysterious code engineer. Grego said that Watto volunteered for summer camp driving one of the golf carts, but it was quite obvious that he was on the spice, as he was always driving erratically. One day, as they were ringing the dinner bell, a bad storm started, and Grogu ran for Watto's cart. Ben Solo told him to wait for the storm to subside. Grogu said no way. He wasn't going to be late for dinner come hail or high Watto. Alright, let's take a look at the watch. It did not come in a box. You don't really need a box for a watch like this, do you? This is ultra affordable. But if you get over the looks of it, if you like the looks of it, it's not a bad looking watch really for the money. I'm getting used to it. I guess it's more of a culture thing. A design like this really isn't part of my culture. This is the first ABBYLUN on my channel. They make ultra affordable quartz watches. This 1363 is obviously inspired by the much more expensive Constantine Chaikin clown watch. But looking at the Constantine Chaikin website, I don't see the Chinese Guardian Lion as a choice. So this is not an original design. It is an original dial. It won't hurt my feelings if someone proves me wrong and shows another watch that looks like this. This watch comes in 2 different colorways and 4 strap options. The only different colors are the borders of the eyes. You can have black or yellow. I chose the yellow because it was more bold, and if you're going to wear a watch like this, you might as well go all out. If you don't like the blue leather strap, there's also black or tan options. There's also a mesh bracelet. The watch is 41.8 millimeters at the bezel, so it's fairly wide. 48 millimeters lug to lug. Only 9.4 millimeters thick, so it's fairly thin. Has a 20 millimeter lug width, and it tapers down to 18 at the buckle, and only weighs 53 grams on the supplied leather strap. Then the bezel is just smooth and chrome plated, just like the case. And then we have the dial. This is supposed to be a Guardian Lion. And if you look at the dial, it's embossed, so it's not all flat. So it's kind of a nice looking dial. I think they did a good job considering the cost of this watch. And unlike most of these style of watches, though, the tongue doesn't move. The tongue is just part of the dial. It's not a separate thing. And then we have the subdials. The right subdial is the minutes, and the left subdial is the hours. And as you can see, it says ABBYLUN right over the hours. And this watch has 2 movements, and thus it has 2 crowns. One movement controls the minutes, and one movement controls the hours. So that means they are not synchronized. So every quartz crystal is going to be slightly off from the other quartz crystal. So these are going to kind of be off eventually. Of course, because of the style, they're so imprecise anyway, it probably doesn't matter. So if you set these things every daylight savings, you're probably still going to be good. But once again, you have 2 crowns, and they're unsigned, and they're push-pull. 2 crowns doesn't look stupid, though, because it kind of looks like ears for the face. So anyway, you just move the crown and you move the eye. And as you notice, there's a little minute hand jump because these are PC21S movements. Not my favorite movement in the world, but once again, this watch is so imprecise anyway. If it jumps, oh well. And then the hour, of course, is controlled by this one. Then we have the crystal. Crystal is flat mineral glass. Nothing special about it. Nothing wrong with it. And then we have the case. The case is nice and thin. Once again, it's only 9.4 millimeters thick with the case back. And it's chrome-plated alloy, but it fits the wrist fine, even though it's a fairly big watch. So I think the shape is good. Then we have the case back. It says ABBYLUN, 30 meters water resistant, quartz movement, take that 30 meters water resistance with a grain of salt, because when I took the case back off to take a picture of it, I was able to press the case back on really easy. I didn't have to get out my crystal press to do it. So I don't know how good of a seal it's going to be. But then again, it's a leather strap watch, so you're not going to take this in the water anyway. I mean, it should be plenty resistant to wash your hands. Then underneath the case back is two PC21S movements. These are TMI movements, which is part of the Seiko group. These are not my favorite movements. In fact, I've had Chinese movements I like better. And the biggest pain is because of the annoying minute hand jump, but that's not really an issue with this style of watch, so I guess I'll give them a break. But these are about as cheap as you can get and still have a Japanese movement. Then we have the strap. The strap is genuine leather. It's fairly nice. It's thick, it's sturdy, has quick release. So it's comfortable. And then it has a sign buckle too, and the buckle's nice and sturdy. Prong's not all floppy. Then we have two keepers, one fixed, one floating. Of course, I always recommend getting a deployment clasp for a leather strap. Just makes the strap last longer. Plus, it's easier to put on and off. Here is the watch on my 7.5-inch wrist. It's a big watch. It's 42 millimeters. But it wears nice and flat. And it's light, so it's not heavy. So it doesn't feel as large as it is. I only have 2 notches left on the strap, though. So the strap's kind of short. So once again, it's a 20 millimeter leg width if you need to get another strap. And I have no clue what the mesh bracelet's like, because obviously I don't have it. And here's the watch on a mesh bracelet. This is not the mesh bracelet it comes with. This is the one I took off of my Pagani Design No Time to Die Seamaster homage. But it looks good on a mesh bracelet too. I think I prefer it on the leather though. So, plus I don't know the quality of the mesh bracelet you'll get if you get it on the mesh. But I just figured I'd show it to you on it. What do I like about this watch? Well, I like the embossed Guardian Lion dial. It's kind of a nice touch. I like the fact it comes with a quick release leather strap. Makes changing the strap nice and easy. And it's just a fun watch that didn't cost a lot of money. What are my gripes and groans? 2 movements means setting the watch is kind of a pain. The strap is too short. Only have 2 notches left. And you probably can't hear it in my video, but this watch ticks really loud. And since you have 2 movements, you can hear 2 ticks. And I wish they would illumine the eyes. Do I recommend this watch? Sure. It is ultra affordable and comfortable to wear. So as long as you like the Guardian Lion look, go for it. Well, thank you for watching my review of the ABBYLUN 1363. And if you like this watch, be sure to go to my affiliate link and I'll get a small commission. I'm going to leave 2 links because one store didn't sell the mesh bracelets and the other store did, but not the leather. So I'll leave you 2 links there in case you want the mesh. Be sure to like and subscribe to my channel and I'll be back. Bye.